like every other occupation, skills are required in the acting field. Unfortunately, not all actors have them, and we'll be checking out some of them. Top actors so bad they had to quit TV shows. Amil Amin, Sense8.
Tonight's brief but spectacular comes from English actor Amel Amin. He describes how a chance encounter with movie star Idris Elba set him on a path to honor his Jamaican roots.
So, the departure of Amil Amin from Sense8 had everyone shaken, and rumor has it that there was some serious conflict between him and the co-creator, which led to his exit from the show. Amin first broke out onto the scene with Kidulthood, and things were looking even better for him after he starred in The Maze Runner as Albie. But when he showed up in season 2 of Sense8 as Capheus, viewers weren't feeling his performance, and before long, he was replaced by Toby Onwumere. There were some rumors floating around that Amin had some drama with the co-creator Lana Wachowski, but his co-star Jamie Slayton set the record straight, saying it was all just creative differences. While the replacement actor went over well with fans, the show still got canceled after season 3 because of low viewership. Whether it was because of creative differences or not, some viewers were happy to see Amin go. Misha Barton in The OC wasn't so lucky, and there's been some chatter about why this member of The OC left the show. Some think it's because her acting skills were a little rough, but the star herself says there were some behind-the-scenes issues, and she was being overworked by the producers. Backing it up with a public statement, Misha Barton said leaving the show was the best choice for her health. Apparently, her goodbye on set was a bit icy, since most of the cast wasn't too fond of her. Ouchie! When the show's creator Josh Schwartz was asked about it, he said it was a matter of conflicting interests, creativity, and ratings. In other words, nobody was getting along with her, and the fans weren't loving her character. It's worth noting that her character was the it girl, and playing that role would have been a big boost to Barton's career.
You're their cousin from Boston, right?
Right. Hi, Marissa.
Hey, Mr. Cohen. I was just meeting your nephew.
So, when the character died in a car crash, fans were pretty confused about what was going on with the storyline. Since then, a few statements have come out, shedding some light on the situation. And let's be real, some of the actings on the show wasn't exactly top-notch. Okay, so let's talk about Philip Bruns and his one-episode stint on Seinfeld.
A cup of cherries you didn't like?
Yeah, very alert. Warm person.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
So how come nothing materialized there?
Well, it's a tough thing to talk about.
This dude had some serious cred in the industry, having appeared in a few classic films and TV series in the past. But as it turns out, he just wasn't the right fit for modern-day television. Playing the role of Morty Seinfeld, Bruns' acting was way too laid back, and the showrunners just weren't feeling it. So he got the boot and was replaced by Barney Martin. Now, Bruns isn't a terrible actor or anything, but times have changed, and what might have been considered a great performance back in the day, just wasn't cutting it anymore. The Seinfeld directors knew what they wanted, and Bruns just wasn't it. So here's what they did. They cut him loose before the second episode was even made. Bruns went on to do some other movies and shows, but nothing that made the Seinfeld folks regret their decision. It just goes to show that sometimes even the most seasoned actors can't cut it in the fast-paced world of modern television. Now, this next actor is more of a reverse talent. Here's a little tea about the character Anne Veal from Arrested Development. Apparently, the original plan was to have a different actress player every season, to show that George's girlfriend was basic and unremarkable. But when Mae Whitman came in as the second Anne, the directors were like, yup, she's the one, and they kept her on for the rest of the series. Let's be real, if they had just ditched the first Anne, played by Alessandra Torresani.
Seems like every time we want to be together, your father
Hey guys, what's going on? Why is the banana stand closed?
Oh, Anne came to see me, so I thought I'd take a little break. Can we talk about this later?
Sure, no problem.
It would have been more of a compliment than an insult. She just wasn't that memorable, and her acting wasn't exactly blowing anyone's socks off. Now, Torresani has been in a few other movies and TV shows, but let's just say she didn't bring that wow factor to the table. Her acting was pretty forgettable, and she definitely didn't make the character of Anne Veal stand out, kind of similar to Sharon Wilkins in 30 Rock. Okay, so let me break it down for you. 30 Rock, the hilarious office-based sitcom, has featured a number of iconic characters characters that we all know and love. One such character is Angie Jordan, who was played by Sherry Shepherd for most of the show's run. But did you know that the character was actually introduced by actress Sharon Wilkins in the first episode? Now, we don't know why Sharon Wilkins didn't stick around for the rest of the series, but let's just say that her brief appearance was more than enough. Some fans might have been disappointed that she didn't stay, but let's be real, Sherry Shepherd really nailed the role. Sharon Wilkins might be known for her work in movies like National Treasure and I, Robot, but it's safe to say that 30 Rock just wasn't her cup of tea. Maybe it's for the best that she didn't stick around for too long. Remember Jake T. Austin from Wizards of Waverly Place? Yeah, the one who played Selena Gomez's little bro. Well, let's just say that he should have stuck to acting as a kid, because his skills didn't exactly grow with him. When he tried to make a comeback as Jesus Adams Foster in The Fosters, it became pretty obvious that he wasn't really cut out for the role. Dude ended up quitting the show in 2013, and his character gets into a car accident and is presumed dead.
Okay, I'm right here. I'm right
Here we go. Contact. All right.
Can you hear me?
Excuse me. Here we go. Okay, clear. Here we go. All right.
All right, what do we have?
But then in season 4, Jesus makes a comeback, only this time he's played by Noah Centineo. Maybe his reputation got him the gig, but his acting just couldn't cut it. Similar story to Taylor Momsen in Gossip Girl.
What are you doing here? I was just leaving.
No, stay. Blair, given you can barely manage your own messy affairs, surely you're not in a position to tell anyone where they can and can't eat.
Do you realize who you're talking to?
Did you hear that Taylor Momsen bounced from Gossip Girl to pursue her music career? Apparently, the girl knew she wasn't cut out for acting and realized that music was her true calling. But let's be real, her acting was pretty rough, and fans were begging for her to leave the show. The girl had a decent acting resume, starring in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, before landing the role of Jenny Humphrey when she was just 14. With her experience, it was a no-brainer that she would get the part. But let's just say her acting did not improve with age, and David Caruso in NYPD Blue? His exit from NYPD Blue was a total dumpster fire. The guy was cast as the lead in the hit cop series, and on paper it seemed like he was the perfect fit. But once he started filming, it quickly became clear that he was a total diva. He treated his fellow cast and crew members like garbage, and seemed to think he was better than everyone else on set. Eventually, things got so bad that the casting director decided to cut their losses and show Caruso the door. But of course, he wasn't content to just walk away quietly. Instead, he made a whole bunch of insane contractual demands and threw a bunch of tantrums, all in the name of trying to make it big as an actor. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Sure, he went on to star in CSI Miami, but his performances always felt unnatural and robotic. The guy just couldn't act his way out of a paper bag, and don't even get us started on his facial expressions, or lack thereof. Suffice it to say, we're all better off without him on our screens. And there you have it, actors so bad that they had to quit. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.